All right, let's get right into it. We are going to talk about the cold approach. But let's be clear, we're not talking about those weird pickup lines or any of the cringy stuff you see online. Nope, this is going to be a practical, psychology-based guide to demystifying something that is, on one hand, super simple, and on the other, one of the most psychologically paralyzing things a person can do.
You know this feeling, right? I mean, we have all been there. You see someone you're interested in, and it's like your brain and your body just conspire to glue your feet to the floor. And it feels so personal, you know? Like it's some kind of failure of character. But it's actually something else entirely. And that's exactly where we're going to start.
So what is actually happening in that moment? I mean, really, what's going on? Because before you can even think about fixing the problem, you got to understand the mechanism. And I promise you, it is not what you think. This isn't about you not being confident enough. It's about your brain running a program that, frankly, it really shouldn't be.
Yeah, that's about right, isn't it? Your brain just goes into overdrive, creating this whole cinematic universe of rejection. Every possible bad outcome plays out in high definition. And what's wild is that while all of this high drama is happening in your head, she's just standing there, holding a coffee. The whole catastrophe is internal. And that's the core problem we're going to solve today. Not with tricks, but by actually understanding what is going on up here.
Okay, this next part, this is probably the single biggest reframe that will change how you see this whole thing. The fear that you feel, it's not a character flaw. It's not a sign of weakness. It's just old, outdated evolutionary programming doing its job, but in the completely wrong century.
So deep in your brain, you've got this little almond-shaped thing called the amygdala. It's your ancient alarm system. And when I say ancient, I mean it. It's the thing that triggers that fight or flight response. The cortisol, the adrenaline, the heart pounding out of your chest. It's designed to keep you safe from, actual real-world threats. And here's the disconnect. Check this out. Back in tribal times, getting rejected by the group, being ostracized, that was basically a death sentence. Social rejection meant real physical danger. So your brain evolved to treat it like a life or death situation. The problem is, your brain hasn't really gotten the software update for modern life. It thinks you're about to approach a saber-toothed tiger when she's just holding a latte. This is the whole thing. I want you to really let this sink in. The fear you feel is not a meaningful signal telling you something is wrong with the situation. It's just a biological misfire. That's it. Once you truly get that, you can stop fighting it. You stop trying to reason with it. You just see it for what it is, and you start moving through it. You're not broken. Your alarm system is just a little trigger happy.
All right, so that's the psychology. Now let's get practical. Let's move to the actual action plan. And it all starts with one simple, non-negotiable rule for overriding that ancient, overprotective part of your brain.
Just look at how fast your brain organizes the opposition. That first impulse, that first second, hey, I should go say hello. It's pure, it's simple. But you give your brain more than 5 seconds, and the internal debate team convenes an emergency session. By 15 seconds, it's pulling up your entire rejection highlight reel from middle school. And by 60 seconds, forget it. You've not only talked yourself out of it, you've convinced yourself that not approaching was the smart, noble, and considerate thing to do.
This is the key. You have to burn this into your brain. You cannot wait to feel ready. You will never, ever feel ready. The confidence you think you're waiting for isn't a prerequisite for taking action. It is a byproduct of taking action. You have to move, and then the confidence shows up later to say, hey, see, that wasn't so bad. Always, always in that order.
Okay, let's talk about context, because honestly, it's like half the battle. Learning to read the room saves you from interactions that were pretty much doomed before you even said a word. Green light environments are places where talking to a stranger is, well, it's part of the deal. It's an option. Red light environments are the opposite. And hey, a special note, headphones are not a puzzle to be solved. They are a very, very clear, nonverbal do not disturb sign. Just respect the sign.
So many people obsess over the perfect opening line, but they're totally missing the prequel. The conversation actually starts the moment you decide to walk over. Slowing your pace down just a bit, it signals you're calm. Open posture signals you're not a threat. A little bit of brief, natural eye contact signals your intent. And for God's sakes, leaving your phone in your pocket, it signals you don't need a security blanket. You've already said a ton before you've even opened your mouth.
Okay, you can see how this all builds, right? You've beaten the 5-second rule, you've read the environment, you've walked over without looking like you're stalking a gazelle on the savannah. Now it's time to actually talk. And the goal here, the whole goal, is authenticity, not a performance.
This is the moment, isn't it? That pocket of air right after hello?
This is where the anxiety can spike all over again. And most people, they default to one of two responses here. And honestly, both are rooted in the exact same fear. The fear of not being interesting enough.
So you either collapse inward, where the silence feels like it's physically expanding and just crushing you, or you explode outward, where you just fill every available second with words, basically auditioning for the part of guy who is worth talking to. Look, they're just two different costumes that anxiety wears. And the solution to both is exactly the same. Stop trying to perform and actually start listening.
Look, just forget the clever scripted lines. They have this weird energy to them. She can feel it, even if she can't quite put her finger on what's off. The best openers are always the simplest. Being direct and honest, it's surprisingly disarming. Making a genuine comment about the situation you're both in, it creates an instant "we're in this together" kind of vibe. And a real compliment about something other than her appearance shows you're actually paying attention. Keep it simple, keep it real.
All right, this is a moment of character. And there's really only one right answer here. The graceful response, "No worries, enjoy your day." It costs you absolutely nothing, and it leaves her thinking you're a decent human being. Everything else on this list? Backpedaling, lying, pleading. It just makes everything weird, and it always costs you something, whether it's your dignity or your soul. Just be cool about it. It's really not a big deal.
Okay, this is so important, and almost nobody talks about it. The exit is just as critical as the entrance. How you end the conversation, that's what determines the lasting impression you leave, no matter what the outcome was. A good exit is the final and maybe the most crucial part of a good approach.
Man, this is so true. Getting a no isn't a failure, it's just a test. Your reaction to it tells her, and more importantly, it tells you, everything about your character. A graceful exit when you've been rejected is maybe the truest, most powerful demonstration of confidence you can possibly offer.
Now, here is a really counterintuitive truth. When the conversation is going great, okay? The energy is high, you're both laughing, that is the moment to end it. Your instinct is to cling to that peak for as long as you possibly can, but all conversations have a natural curve. If you leave on that high note, that's the feeling she'll associate with you. Leave them wanting more, not just relieved that it's finally over.
So if we tie all of this together, it comes down to this one single core belief. The guys who are genuinely good at this, the guys who do it in a healthy way, they operate from a place where their self-worth is not up for debate. It doesn't hinge on this one conversation with this one person on this one day. They aren't looking for validation, they're just offering a connection. And that energy, man, that changes everything.
So, there you have it. That's the playbook. It's not about magic tricks, it's about psychology, it's about practice, and it's about having that unshakable knowledge that you are fine no matter what happens. The approach isn't the scary part. It's just walking. You have 5 seconds. The rest, well, that's up to you.